The Jacobs Precinct, a crucial industrial and logistics hub in Durban, faces significant challenges with its transportation system. The transport network is complex, involving arterial and collector roads, rail lines, freight operations, buses, taxis, metro rail, and non-motorized transport. For the smooth movement of people and goods, these elements need to work together seamlessly. However, the current challenges reveal critical gaps in this integration, indicating an urgent need for transport improvements and an integrated approach to planning. The core problems relate to rapidly deteriorating road infrastructure, a lack of routine road maintenance, and a lack of seamless integration between roads, rail, public transport, and NMT. This leads to infrastructure inadequacy and deterioration, as the current system cannot cope with the escalating pressure of the burgeoning logistics sector. The solution requires a transformative and holistic approach. This involves comprehensive upgrades to modernize and strengthen all aspects of the transport system. The purpose of the TIA for the Jacobs Precinct is to develop a long-term plan for the transport network. The primary focus of this TI is to improve mobility and accessibility for all travelers, commuters, residents, and visitors traveling to and from the Jacobs Precinct. This TI will contribute to a vision of a sustainable, resilient, and livable precinct that supports economic prosperity, environmental and social well-being, and a vibrant culture. The TI was undertaken in line with the eThekwini's guidelines for traffic impact assessments and traffic simulation models. The existing traffic volumes on the road network within the Jacobs Precinct were obtained from classified traffic counts. These traffic counts were undertaken during typical weekdays, where the traffic conditions were regarded as normal. The traffic counts were undertaken on June 3, 2025, at the following intersections: Quality Street and Barrier Lane intersection, Quality Street and Richard Cart Road intersection, Quality Street and M4 Western Ramp intersection, Quality Street and M4 Eastern Ramp intersection, Quality Street and Balfour Road intersection, Quality Street and Chamberlain Road intersection, Balfour Road, Sage Road, and Milner Street intersection. The project team set up an AIMSUM model to replicate the existing road network within the study area. The overall process for developing and applying an AIMSUM micro-simulation model consisted of the following major tasks: developing and coding of the road network, data collection and preparation, base model development, calibration and validation, scenario testing. The overall process of developing and coding TE road network is discussed in great detail in the TI report. The model was correctly calibrated and validated. The term model validation is used to describe the verification method used to reveal that a model has been sufficiently calibrated and validated, such that the simulation model accurately replicates the real-life traffic conditions encountered on the road network. These results of the validation process indicated that there is a good correlation between the simulated traffic volumes and the real traffic volumes, which shows that the model is fit for purpose. The validation of the model is described in detail in the report. Results of the base year model in 2025 road network was assessed during the AM and PM peak hours using the AIMSUM model. This simulation yielded the following results. The Quality Street and Barrier Lane intersection operates at a good level of service. There are no bottlenecks or excessive queuing encountered at this intersection, as shown in the model, as well as the on-site footage. Both the traffic model and on-site observations confirm that the Quality Street and Richard Cart Road intersection operates at a good level of service, experiencing no significant bottlenecks or excessive queuing. Observations from both the traffic model and on-site footage indicate that the Quality Street and M4 ramp intersections operate at a good level of service without experiencing bottlenecks or significant congestion. Quality Street and Balfour Road intersection operates at a good level of service during the AM and PM peak hours. During the peak hours, the Quality Street and Chamberlain Road intersection also operates at a good level of service. Balfour Road, Sage Road, and Milner Street intersection also operate without any congestion problems. In summary, the AIMSUM model revealed that the road network is operating at a good level service under the existing traffic conditions during the AM and PM peak hours in the 2025 horizon. As such, no capacity improvements are required in the base year. The road network was assessed during the AM and PM peak hours using the AIMSUM model for the 2030 horizon. As part of the Jacobs Precinct upgrade, there are several interventions that have been recommended by the project team to improve the Jacobs area. From all the proposed projects, the only project that will generate additional traffic onto the road network within the study area is the new proposed Skills Training Center. The other projects are public realm projects, aimed at improving existing infrastructure, and as such these projects will not generate any additional traffic onto the road network. The Skills Training Center Facility W will be located on Balfour Road. The trips that will be generated by this facility were quantified in the TIA. These additional trips were combined the 5-year FREC-AS traffic to determine the accumulative impact of the road network in the 2030 horizon. For the 2030 horizon, the results from the AIMSUM model revealed that majority of the road network within Jacobs will operate at an acceptable level of service during the AM and PM peak hours, except for the ramp intersections at the M4 freeway interchange. And also the Richard Cart on-ramp to the R102. As such, these cordons of the road network will require minor improvements in the 5-year horizon to resolve the envisaged congestion problems at the M4 ramp intersections. Signal timing plans for these ramp intersections must be optimized in the 5-year horizon to alleviate the envisaged traffic congestion problems. As shown here in the model, this change will negate the envisaged congestion problems. In mitigation of the foreseeable problems at the Richard Cart on-ramp to the R102, it is recommended that the intersection control at this junction is changed from stop control to a yield control. As shown in the model, this change will alleviate the envisaged congestion problems. The Jacobs Precinct has an inadequate public transport system. While minibus taxis dominate the landscape, offering a semblance of connectivity, the reality is a chaotic and unsafe system that actively undermines the area's economic potential and the well-being of its workforce. The absence of formal public transport infrastructure is not merely an inconvenience, it's a systemic failure. Designated laybys are non-existent, forcing taxis to operate with reckless abandon, transforming roadways into impromptu, hazardous pickup and drop-off zones. As part of the revitalization of the Jacobs Precinct, an efficient public transport plan was developed. This plan aims to transform the public transport system from an informal network into a formal, efficient, and safe service. The plan was guided by the principles of safety, reliability, accessibility, and integration. This PT plan has a two-pronged approach that focuses on the following two key aspects. Firstly, the installation of new formal public transport laybys, and also upgrading the existing public transport laybys. Introduction of a public transport intermodal facility. Installation of formal public transport laybys is a critical intervention, set to significantly improve the public transport landscape in the Jacobs area. By directly addressing the precinct's chronic traffic and safety issues, these dedicated, structured spaces for minibus taxis and buses will deliver substantial benefits, leading to enhanced traffic flow, improved safety for passengers, greater service reliability, with better integration with other transport infrastructure. The project team strategically identified suitable locations for new public transport laybys on the following roads: Quality Street, Balfour Road, Chamberlain Road, M4 Freeway, R102, Richard Cart Road, Barrier Lane. The team prioritized a 400-meter walkable catchment as a key objective for the installation of the public transport laybys. This radius, generally considered a comfortable 5-minute walk, ensures optimal accessibility for a significant number of potential PT users, representing the ideal maximum distance for accessing the public transport system. In addition, here are several existing PT laybys located within the Jacobs area. Many of these existing laybys are in a state of disrepair and need urgent rejuvenation. Recommendations were made in the traffic study to rejuvenate these existing facilities. Public transport intermodal facility. The Jacobs area, centrally located within eThekwini, presents a unique public transport challenge. Unlike typical origin or destination points, it does not serve as a primary starting or ending point for current public transport routes. Instead, given the significant industrial presence of Jacobs within the greater South Durban Basin, it has evolved into a major en route stop for many key routes traversing through the area. Consequently, a traditional public transport taxi rank, with holding and ranking areas, is better suited for route origin or destination points, and is not ideal for the Jacobs area. Given its role as a crucial en route stop, a public transport intermodal transfer facility would be a more effective solution for the area. This facility would serve as a vital public transport hub, connecting various transport modes and enabling passengers to seamlessly switch between them during their journey. Its core function would be to facilitate smooth and efficient transitions between different public transport options, specifically the C2 rail corridor, road-based taxis and buses, and non-motorized transport. This strategic integration would significantly reduce the hassle and time associated with changing transport methods, ultimately decreasing people's dependence on private vehicles. As a cornerstone of the Jacobs Precinct, a public transport intermodal facility is strongly recommended as a key project for the area. The proposed location for this important facility is the vacant land situated between the northbound carriageway of the R102 roadway and Barrier Lane. This site is ideally positioned, directly adjacent to the existing Rail C corridor and major public transport routes on the R102, M4 freeway, and Quality Street. Furthermore, the convergence of several popular NMT routes in this area makes this site the perfect location for a modern, state-of-the-art intermodal transfer facility. Non-motorized transport. The Jacobs Precinct faces significant deficiencies in its NMT infrastructure, posing hazards and limiting accessibility for pedestrians and potential cyclists. The existing sidewalk infrastructure is in a state of disrepair, characterized by damaged, uneven surfacing and overgrown vegetation. This is a result of a lack of maintenance and the widespread illegal parking of trucks and passenger vehicles on sidewalks. Furthermore, the existing sidewalks are generally too narrow for comfortable pedestrian movements. Also, sidewalks are completely absent on several major roads. In addition, informal trading further impinges on the sidewalk capacity in several areas. Crucially, the NMT infrastructure is largely non-compliant with universal access standards, making it hazardous for people with disabilities. As such, this traffic study recommended the construction of new sidewalks on the following key roads within Jacobs: Quality Street, Richard Cart Road, Chamberlain Road, Balfour Road, Bluff Road, Heim Street, Lawley Street, Manchester Street, Paisley Road, Voortrekker Road. Lack of a truck staging facilities. The Jacobs area faces a significant challenge due to illegally parked trucks, particularly on key roads like Manchester Street, Paisley Road, and Lawley Street. These trucks routinely obstruct travel lanes, reducing road capacity, and illegally park on sidewalks and road verges, leading to severe damage to pedestrian infrastructure and stormwater systems. This problematic behavior stems from a critical lack of suitable truck staging facilities in the South Durban Basin, leaving drivers with no viable alternatives. To tackle these serious issues, a dedicated truck staging area is strongly recommended for the Jacobs Precinct. The proposed site for this facility is located at the confluence of Lansdowne Road and Bonington Place. The key benefits of such a facility are as follows: improved road safety, minimize traffic congestion and delays, minimize disruptions to local traffic, protection of public infrastructure, support for law enforcement. The establishment of a truck staging facility in Jacobs is not just a recommendation, it's a necessary investment for the area's sustainable development and the well-being of its residents and businesses. The selection of this site at the confluence of Lansdowne Road and Bonington Place is an exceptionally strategic and well-justified decision. The proposed location, which is a former SCNDF military barracks that is currently disused, offers a unique set of advantages that align perfectly with the objectives of the Jacobs Precinct revitalization and the broader logistical needs of the Port of Durban. The proposed location and its current infrastructure make it an unparalleled choice as follows: the strategic proximity to major roads. The site's strategic proximity to several major roads provides quick and efficient access for trucks to swiftly enter and exit the proposed staging facility without significantly impacting on the greater road network. The strategic proximity to the Port of Durban. Locating the truck's staging facility here will directly address the significant congestion issues faced by trucks awaiting access to the port, which is a major contributor to the current illegal parking epidemic. Leveraging existing infrastructure. The fact that this site previously operated as a SANDF military barracks advocates that this site likely possesses robust existing infrastructure, potentially including hardened surfaces, perimeter fencing, and utility connections. This existing infrastructure will significantly reduce the initial development costs and accelerate the project timeline. Future synergy with the new proposed freight route. The most compelling advantage is the site's proximity adjacent to the proposed alignment for the new freight route. This new freight road is currently being jointly planned by the eThekwini municipality and Transnet. This future route will provide a second direct access into the Port of Durban. Placing the truck staging facility at this confluence creates a powerful synergy. This synergy with the proposed freight route will future-proof this truck staging facility, as it will ensure that this facility remains relevant and highly utilized by the high volume of truck traveling to and from the Port of Durban. Jacobs Precinct faces chronic transport-related issues across the entire precinct. These perpetual challenges include the following: rapidly deteriorating road surfaces, potholes, missing of road signage, defective streetlights, illegal parking, damaged stormwater, poor road markings. These ongoing problems severely impact daily logistics, worker mobility, safety, and investment potential. These problems are not confined to specific sites, but are dispersed across the precinct. As such, these cross-cutting challenges require ongoing, sustained, and coordinated attention. To address these challenges and support the long-term revitalization process, several cross-cutting and ongoing programs were recommended to address common problems throughout the Jacobs area as follows: routine road maintenance program, regular road reconstruction and strengthening, routine maintenance of the stormwater infrastructure, ongoing law enforcement programs. In essence, this TI, with its detailed assessments and targeted solutions, provides a critical blueprint for transforming the Jacobs transportation system by improving the transport infrastructure, enhancing mobility, and ensuring the long-term sustainable development of this vital industrial hub.